All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touch. All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a play fake here on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Over here. Yes. 5-0.
A first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Dalton. Being chased out left. Dumps it off to Mixon. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. 58 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On third down, that's Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line.
57, you got 59 over there.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
That's complete to John Ross. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Over here.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes, rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
368.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And Eifert has it. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Passing, it's Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 99 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
There you go, 368.
So Dalton now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
There you go, 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Now this time Mahomes will throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Slow. Z. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So we reach the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The return man is Hill. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Go on the ball. On the ball. Yeah, practice.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's second down. Dalton looking. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
On the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He can run for it, and he will. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble, too, as he scrambles for a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They run again with Hunt. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Mixon on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And down right around the 37. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach.
We're back now in KC. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Dalton, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Mixon. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move, Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. On second down, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And Hill with it over the middle. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A handoff to Mitchell, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, Dalton. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Flush to his right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That close to taking a fourth quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again to punt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Mahomes. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, looks like could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about